What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Icy Boy Gaming here, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm here with Prime October.
Yo, Prime October here.
Okay, and we about to be ranking some One Piece characters, from the manga and the anime. He's read the manga. He's ahead. But me, I watched the anime. I struggled for months and months on end to catch up. But I made it. And I made it like a good few months before Gear 5. So that was good. And so, first character, he might not even remember, but Absalom, the guy who could turn invisible.
Nope. No, I do not remember.
He was in
No, I remember. Thriller Bark.
Yeah,
Wait,
Thriller Bark.
Wait, right? Yeah, Thriller Bark.
But I believe in the manga he did.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, cause whatchamacallit has his powers. The samurai dude.
Oh.
So yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna just put him in the burn yard. He wasn't really a good character. He was more of a creep, which makes sense for anybody that uses the invisible powers. You can't really do good deed with invisible powers, so it makes sense that he's a trash character. Next up, we got Ace, aka Donut Boy. Honestly, what's your opinion on Ace?
I mean, he's cool. I mean, I like this character.
True. He definitely has a good character, but I wouldn't say he's goated. Because it felt like we've only seen him for a short amount of time. It felt like I've seen him more after he died than before he died, to be honest.
True. I mean, I like the impact that he had on the story.
True, but I do feel like they kind of killed him off a little bit too early. Because, although we did see his power, it's kind of like we didn't really see all of his power. Like, the biggest feat we seen from him was the Blackbeard versus, that scene where it was him versus Blackbeard. And, that was kind of like the biggest feat we've seen. But then we've seen, other feats afterwards and stuff like that could potentially make it, make a statement to say that he's stronger than that, which is kind of odd. Next up, we have Alvida.
And trash.
Yeah. Next up is Aokiji.
Bro, top tier character.
For real. He's funny, and he actually knows how to use justice properly. Doesn't just follow after the corrupt. So.
Did he fall under the category of an anti-hero?
Technically, yeah. Who's that? Oh, that's Scratchman Apple.
No, trash character. I hate that.
Tired. One of the things I'm tired of is this constant screaming. Man.
How is he one of the worst generation?
I don't know, bro.
What?
But somehow this dude has some crazy type of hockey and stuff like that. It makes no sense. They just be giving powers to anybody. But that's the perfect thing to sum up One Piece. They really just be giving powers to anybody. Okay, next up we have Arlong.
I would say he's below top tier. It's not top tier.
Okay. So he's in the same category as Ace.
Yeah.
Next up we have Buggy.
Top tier.
You said top tier?
Yep, top tier.
Yeah, he good. Next up we got Whitebeard.
Top tier again, bro. It's top tier.
For real. Oh dang. You already Bartholomew? Invisible, what you call it, devil fruit. Well, not invisible devil fruit, the barrier devil fruit.
A barrier?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like he's solid.
Yeah.
Like he's a cool
Yeah, he's good.
character to me, but like I feel like he's kind of like the fans like they kind of what you call it like over hype him a little bit here and there. So I think he's all right. I think he's all right. I'll say he's solid. Next up we have Ben Beckman, Shank's right hand man, Ben Beckman.
I feel like I remember. I will remember. If I like,
He's the smartest dude in the East Blue.
I'll put him the low mid tier.
Yeah, true. Because we haven't really besides in the manga, but you haven't gotten that far yet in the manga, so you probably wouldn't know that. Next up we have Capone Beach or something like that. He's a part of the Horse Generation.
The castle.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I feel like how do I say?
I'm putting him on top tier.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool for sure. But like, how is he? Like, I thought I mean, I could understand because it's like new pirates, but that dude is old. He's like 40 something, I think. He's like 43, I think, or so. I forgot.
Man, bro, he carried the whole Peak Island, bro.
True. And bro, he introduced us to that mob scene where Luffy and them pulled up. That was one of the coolest scenes, bro. And plus, like, it just like he legit feels like a mafia and stuff like that. And next up, we have Bellamy. Probably one of the most hated characters in Dressrosa.
Bruh. Again. I mean, I'll put him at a low tier. Like, not even low mid tier, but really probably bottom tier. Or maybe high bottom tier.
Okay. Yeah, true. Because, like, in his introduction, he was good to be, like, that one character that just, like, underestimated, like, the main character. But, like, oh, my gosh.
What's it?
Dressrosa? That dude was just sad, man. Like, I understand the reason behind it, but, like, because he didn't want to, like, have his, like, pirate, taken away. And have his dream broken, but his dream was broken all right, along with some teeth. Next up, we have Belmere, Nami's mom, the one who took care of them.
Oh, yeah, top tier.
She stood back against a fishman who's 8 times stronger than a human. They didn't fight because I believe, didn't she get like one tapped?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, she got shot, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Next up, we got Beppo. That should be automatic goated. Beppo the GOAT. Next up, oh man, we got Big Mom.
They're on like below high tier, like below top tier.
Yeah, cause she's a solid villain, but it's just like sometimes she's just like a type character. Next up, we have Blue Eno. Yeah, true. Blue Eno, when the Luffy first did Gear Second, and the guy who had the door fruit.
Oh yeah. Mid tier or something, mid tier or low mid tier.
Yeah, true, because he gave way to that transformation. Next up, we have Blackbeard.
High top tier for me personally.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely a top tier character, for sure. Next up, Jewelry Bonnie.
Probably.
I'll say she's solid. Yeah, because, like, I think they said she has something to do with the story, like, later on and stuff, but I don't really know.
Oh, yeah.
Next up is, those two giants, Dougie and Bruggy?
Yeah.
From the Elbaf arc? Yeah. These two, it's one of them two. I forgot which one it is, but it's one of them two. I'll say they're okay. Yeah, they're like solid. They're not bad
Uh,
characters.
personally, I put them like under, like below top tier. Below top tier.
Yeah, cause like they're like, how do I say it? They're good characters. Don't get me wrong. They're written pretty well, but it's just like they're character wise, they're just like a little bland to me. Especially compared to One Piece now. Wait, I think this is a movie character. I haven't really watched the movies yet, but I think this is Blue Jam. I think I said that wrong.
Yeah, I haven't even seen much of the movies.
I forgot who this character is, so I'm gonna just put him in the burn yard. You know, better to burn them than to I guess save them. If I could just select the character, my screen does not want to let me select the character. Okay, there we go. Next up is this, like, you know, the giant that was in the Dressrosa arc. That dude.
Oh yeah, with the that he had that assimilation fruit that let him like
Oh
kinda,
yeah.
like, merge with like metal or something.
Oh no
Was it,
no no,
like,
not
rock?
Pika, not Pika. Well, what you call it? He was in the arena, and he could like crush things. Like he could increase his weight. I think it was something like that. I forgot what he does. I'm gonna say he's like right above the bottom tier. Like I can't even remember what he does, but I can remember characters like Doggy and Bruggy. Like that just shows the difference in impact, in my opinion. Though he was a notable character in Dressrosa, it's just I can't remember too much about him. Next up, you got Cavendish.
And I think from what I remember, I like this character.
Yeah,
Didn't he have like a split personality or something?
yeah, Hakuba.
Yeah. I say probably mid tier or like high mid tier.
True. Cause like one of the main things I liked about him was how like his abilities worked, how fast he was moving and stuff. Especially when he was in the Hakuba form. It just seemed very cool to me. Next up, we have the dog that protects Vivi's family in Alabasta. I don't remember his
Wait,
name.
like the tofu user or a little dog?
He's like a devil fruit user, yeah. He was like one of the first dog fruits that we seen.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say he's above like the burn yard in my opinion. Like, cause like I don't really. He's just like there.
Mid tier.
Yeah, he just doesn't compare to people like Pell. Pell the goat for real. Not gonna lie, low key I think Pell might be able to solo Kaido. I'm not gonna lie. If Pell can survive that nuke, he can definitely win Kaido. Okay, next up we have one of Big Mom's children. I don't know which one this is, but I think this is Capone Beach's wife. Yeah.
What was it again?
Capone Beach's wife. Like I know there were twins, cause there was one of them in the
Oh yeah.
yeah, cause there was one of them in the Thriller Bark arc, and then there was this one. I feel like the one in the Thriller Bark arc is a little bit more important, cause she gave way to Nightmare Luffy. So I'm honestly say she's like basically in the OK tier and stuff like that. Next up we have Don Chinjiao, the continent splitter. Well, in his prime he was a continent splitter.
Mid tier.
True. I did like the fight between him and Luffy. Honestly, probably one of the best top 5 fights in Dressrosa, to be honest. It was just like it was something about it, how like fast paced the fight was and stuff like that. How he was actually able to keep up with Gear Second Luffy, despite not being at his prime. I just found that to be very cool. Next up we got Chopper. Top tier.
You already know it. Top tier.
Even if they said Chopper's footsteps, that
Bro,
would have
one
been
of the
top tier.
freaking any Straw Hat would be top tier.
For real. Eh, nah, that depends. I'm not really a big Frankie fan, being honest. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a big Frankie fan. His powers is cool and all that. The stuff he does is cool, but it's just like his character. It's just like, it's a little confused. Like I understand it, but it's at the same time I don't understand it and stuff like that. Plus, at like certain times, I always like a little bit here and there. Sometimes he's a little bit annoying to me. Not gonna lie, especially like if I'm watching a good fight, then it just cuts to this dude, and I'm a little bit like, eh. I feel like my favorite highlight of Frankie was in Dressrosa when he was fighting that one dude who was in the baby, what you call it, the baby outfit.
He comes through though with all the stuff he like makes and like what he does to the Thousand Sunny.
True, because without him we wouldn't have a Thousand Sunny, so that would make him very important.
Put up to Wano with a bunch of mechs and stuff, bro. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Got you on me.
Bro, I don't know why my phone screen keep on turning black. I don't know why. When I turned off the I turned off the tone downs, like the turn off thing. So the screen shouldn't turn off, but it's trying to. Next up we have I forgot what his name is. Is it like Biscuit or Cracker? Charlotte Cracker. One of Big Mom's son. The first one that Luffy fights, and the one where we get Gear 4th Tank Man.
Oh yeah, the dude. Yeah, like, was it candy? Like,
It was biscuits. Biscuits.
What? Yeah, right. That dude really had biscuits, bro.
Man, he would have won if he would have had the Popeyes biscuit recipe, bro. He would have won.
So oddly specific. I would say he's a high mid tier.
True.
Maybe just mid tier.
True. Cause like he was cool and all, but it was just like, I'll say probably one of the best things we got out of him was Luffy's endurance feat of basically Luffy like fighting him for like a whole night essentially. Well, not really fighting him for a whole night, but like surviving him for a whole night more like. Cause he didn't really beat him until he came up with Tank Man. They more so just like ran from him. Next up we got Crocodile.
Up tier, yeah.
Exactly. Like, how do I say it? People always talk about Doflamingo, but they forget Crocodile basically did what Doflamingo did. Though Doflamingo did the personality better, Crocodile did the whole ideal better. Okay, guys. So next up we have. I honestly forgot this guy's name, but I do know that he was the doctor for Roger's pirate ship, and he found out about like Roger's sickness. He also took care of Laboon and stuff like that, and I think he lived on that small little island thing. This was like when they first crossed the Grand Line, I think it was, or something like that. But yeah, we have this guy, and honestly, I'm gonna say, like as far as character goes, he's an important character in the story. Obviously, like
maybe high mid tier or under top tier. I mean below top tier, maybe.
Yeah, me personally, I feel like he's more like high mid tier and stuff like that. Mainly just like for the fact that although he serves an important part to the story, like for most people without knowing, he's not really a memorable character. People actually just remembered him when he was added into like the little background story of Roger and stuff like that on Odin's Travel. And so next up we got Das Bonaz. You know, Zoro's like first main villain, kinda.
Wait.
The guy made out of steel.
Steel. Oh.
And he can rotate his arms and stuff.
Maybe low mid tier.
True. Next up we got Doflamingo.
You know what? me personally, I'll say he's under. He's below top tier. That's where I would put him. Below top tier.
True, true. Cause like although he's a great villain, don't get me wrong, and stuff like that, he's improving upon an already like made basis, which has been done 2 times before he was like actually present in the series. Cause like you have Crocodile who did it first, then you have Hody Jones who did it next or attempted to do it next, and then you have Crocodile. I mean not Crocodile. I just said Crocodile. I meant Doflamingo who did it like he was the third person to do it. And of course, if you think about it, by the same third times as the charm, he kind of perfected the persona. But it's just like it was like an already like done thing, to the point where it's kind of become a meme of Luffy saving princesses. So yeah. Next up, I forgot which one this is, but I know it's one of the Dory and Broggy ones, the one with the sword. Honestly, I'm gonna just put them next to the other one, cause like they're basically even when it comes to stuff. Wait, was he in mid tier? I think this dude was up here. I don't remember. Okay, so next up we have Dragon.
Dragon. Man, I mean, I guess he's definitely an important character.
For sure, for sure.
I mean, but I don't like he doesn't do much.
True.
Like, man, I want to say, but he's important. But
yeah.
like he just doesn't do much.
It's kind of like
I
he
want
just
to
like,
say,
yeah.
I want to say low mid tier, because I don't want to put him at bottom tier.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to put him too high either, because he literally doesn't do much. He's just there.
Yeah, it's kind of like a name.
He hasn't even met Luffy yet, bro. Like, Luffy hasn't met him. Well, yeah, they haven't even met each other.
Next up is X-Drake. The guy with the dinosaur. Part of the worst generation.
I don't know how I feel about that man, bro. Like, I mean,
I feel like
he's alright. He's alright.
He has a cool character design, but I don't like his devil fruit.
He's alright. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting how his background story is. It's in tie with Doflamingo, which a lot of people don't realize that little boy that was saved and he had orange hair was actually like a surviving person of like I guess like Doflamingo attacking, and he became part of the world government. Which, of course, by the time I'm saying this, I will have a spoiler warning and stuff like that on the video. But yeah, I feel like he's a solid character. Next up, we have Enel.
Man, I like him, bro.
Yeah. What the heck? I think I just accidentally cloned him.
I put him at top tier. Man, I like him, but I don't think he's worthy of top tier. But I would say he's below top tier. Wait.
What the heck? There's
worthy of top tier?
Oh, no wonder why. I think this was.
Me personally, I'll say.
I think this was here.
I'll say he's below top tier.
Yeah, makes sense. It's like I feel like, and especially now, because like before like people really went back to go look at Skypiea, I feel like I would have put him in top tier, because he was back then he was definitely an underrated character. Now I feel like he's starting to get a little bit more overrated for the sheer fact of like he was once or underrated and stuff like that. I feel like that's kind of ruining his character and stuff like that. Next up, we have Foxy. Oh no. Remember Foxy? The Davy back fights.
Oh, and bruh, I mean, cause obviously that like he's a whole gag character.
Yeah, basically.
He did what he was meant. He served his purpose.
True. And they somehow gave this dude, they gave one of the wonkiest characters one of the coolest devil fruits.
Yeah.
And one of the crazy things is like, how do I say this? Like, for manga readers, he only appears once, and that's when he's canon. But for who? But for us, for anime onlys, he appears like two more times, I think, and he's non-canon in those other two. And man, and those other ones, he's like, it just like kind of tires out. But yeah, I think he's middle
And
tier.
yeah, I'll give him a solid mid tier.
Yeah, true. Next up, we have I think that's Fujitora.
Would you? Oh yeah, do it the gravity fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mid tier.
Yeah, I definitely think he's at the top of mid tier, cause he's like Aokiji, but like less like what you call it. He's like Aokiji, but less free, in a sense. But he still is a cool character in my opinion, and definitely one of my favorites out of the Marines. Next up, he's this dude from CP9 who was like judging the power scaling. Low key, I feel like he was really
Oh,
about to get One Piece in the power scaling. I'm not gonna lie.
I know what you're talking, but I don't exactly remember. Cause I do remember someone like a part of CP9 power scaling, and they had a method of. I think they had a method of like power scaling.
Yeah, they like could tell power levels and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm gonna say he's definitely not solid in my opinion, but he's not the worst of the worst. I just don't like his character design. Like that's really the only thing I don't really like about him. Next up is Garp. Top tier?
Jar, yeah, top tier, definitely.
Yeah. Garp is definitely top tier. Okay. Let me just place him here. Okay.